Panels, ladies and gentlemen, yes, it is very, very common for us to see many big companies doing merging and acquisitions with each other, right, ladies and gentlemen? And yes, we do agree to some extent that it does possess some kind of harms, whether it is concerning privacy and whatnot. But in the end of the day, us in the opposition team, we still believe that this kind of thing is not something that is worth regretting about. But before I explain that in my arguments, some rebuttals that I would like to give to the government team. First rebuttals. Concerning the government team's justification about their privacy, in which they say that it is unjustified because this is basically taking away the privacy on the consumers without their consent and using it to sell data and whatnot, ladies and gentlemen. Our response to that here in the opposition team is that we still believe that this kind of thing is okay. Why? Firstly, what we need to know is why this kind of big company need this data in the very first place. Because this big company needs this data for a few things, ladies and gentlemen, and that is for our own benefit. This kind of company are using this big data for a few things such as optimizing their service and improving their quality, right, ladies and gentlemen? And we believe that that is something that's going to be, at the end of the day, very beneficial to us. We can take the example of them optimizing the surface in something such as YouTube, ladies and gentlemen, in which you can see that YouTube's recommendation algorithm is something that is based on your view history, basically your data of your view history. But in the end of the day, what they're able to give back to you is a better recommendation of their video to better make you be more entertained at the end of the day, ladies and gentlemen. That is something that is going to be very beneficial for us as we are more entertained. But other than that, even if the government team does say something, like this kind of big companies are only using your data to sell them to the advertisers, we believe that that is also something that is okay. Why? Because in the end of the day, we believe that this kind of consumer would very much prefer an advertisement that of course could be something that they would be interested about, rather than some random advertisement that will only be blocking the way of their service, right, ladies and gentlemen? But even then, even if the worst case scenario does happen, where this kind of privacy is used on ill will and ill intent, we believe that this kind of the ask is only ever going to be progressive. Why? Because right now, this kind of thing about privacy and data and whatnot, it is something that is very new. And we believe that as time goes on in the future, the law concerning and regulating this kind of privacy and data will only very, very much increase in the end of the day, ladies and gentlemen. But even if it's not in the future yet, even if that problem exists right now, we still believe that even the worst case scenario, this kind of problem concerning privacy and data is something that we can still tackle and handle, ladies and gentlemen. Why? Because nowadays, there are something. Because as much as the government team does say that many people doesn't read their terms of service because it is too long and whatnot, we believe that in the end of the day, there will at least be a small percentage of people who are actually going to read that terms of service, right, ladies and gentlemen? And we believe that if there are actually ill will and ill intent in those terms of service, we believe that this small percentage of people can just broad it up and bring it to light. And in the end of the day, what this could do is that we could create something like cancel culture, boycotting this big company, trying to ruin their image, as of course these big companies wants to have a good image on themselves, right, because they don't want to fail as a company. So in the end of the day, this company has no choice but to fix their terms and regulations. And even if that's not the case, we can take a very worst case example, such as when Mark Zuckerberg got called by the US Supreme Court because of the problems concerning privacy, right, ladies and gentlemen? What this proves is that people already have enough awareness to be careful of this kind of problem concerning privacy and data. And in the end of the day, it is something still beneficial to us in the end. So we believe that this kind of thing is actually very much okay in the end of the day. But second rebuttal that I would like to give to the government team is when they say that that this is simply going to ruin the smaller companies' freedom, only giving this kind of imbalance of power. We believe that in the end of the day, that is still the decision of the small companies to make, right, ladies and gentlemen, when merging and doing acquisitions with this bigger company. Because what we believe is that they're actually consenting into this. As for you to consent, you need two things, right? You need to make sure that you're well informed, and you need to make sure there's no external or internal factors that is basically forcing you to making that decision. Firstly, as a company, we believe that they are, of course, very well informed of what they're doing, as they're not just your ordinary citizens. They are a company. They know what it means to try to deal with a bigger company, and they know that because they are maybe doing it for what is the best of them, right, ladies and gentlemen? So, of course, they are well informed of what making this decision mean. But secondly, we believe that this kind of other factors that may be forcing them doesn't necessarily exist, because yes, it is true that this way is much easier for them to actually as they are unable to compete with a bigger company. But in the end of the day, they still have many alternatives rather than just simply to just merge, right? They can always innovate, and that is what both us, the government team, and the opposition team believe that's actually better innovation. We believe that they already have that choice from the very beginning, and which means that them merging is their own choice and decision with their own consent. So jumping on into my arguments. Firstly, justification. Why this kind of thing is actually justified. First analysis that we need to make is that what the government team have been doing so far, that they're only contextualizing these kind of businesses as big companies are someone that is evil, right? How they're only trying to make an imbalance of power, trying to gain money, trying to be capitalistic and whatnot. We believe that that is not necessarily fully the case. Why? because as much that is true, that can be true to a certain extent, we believe that there are many other companies out there who of course have good intent. Many people do this kind of things because the main goal of companies, of course, to improve their quality of service, right, ladies and gentlemen. And we believe that this good intent of the company can be proven with such examples, such as some applications requiring your permission when trying to access your microphone, your data, and your chats and whatnot, right, ladies and gentlemen. That is basically how it is, the good intent of the company. And even if it's not fully that, we believe that it is still the free market in the end of the day, where as long as the people, the consumers, demand this kind of company to have to give them more privacy, the market will eventually supply them with this demand. Because if they don't, well, then the consumers can do many things to actually bring this company down, such as what I've said before, like cancel culture, boycotting them in the end of the day, right? And this kind of free market supply and demand thing is also why we believe this kind of labor worker violation is something that won't exist in the end of the day. Why? Because in the end, people can always voice out their opinion, can always raise awareness. Because if there are labor workers that are being violated as they in this kind of merging situations, we believe people can just bring awareness to that as well. And in the end of the day, the companies are forced to fix their image if they do not want to receive a bad image on themselves, right, ladies and gentlemen. But second reason why we believe that this kind of thing is actually justified is something that we can see from the reason why these kind of companies are doing merging and acquisitions in the very first place, right? Because for them, it is a way for them to actually give the consumers a better quality and a better service, ladies and gentlemen. And it is something that's in fact very important. Why? Because few things that we know that the smaller companies would have the more incentive to innovate, to compete with this bigger company, and this bigger company also needs someone to be able to innovate for them. So for them to do this kind of merging, basically they both need each other. And for the smaller companies, they need these big companies for as some sort of model so that they can have money to start innovating on, right, ladies and gentlemen. It's a way for them to work together and in the end bring a better quality of service to their consumers. So next argument that I'm going to bring, why this kind of thing actually brings you no harm whatsoever. Because what we need to know is that in the status quo right now, we believe that the market is actually very much healthy. The government team stated that right now it's not healthy because they're only doing monopolization and other things cannot compete. In the end of the day, it's only going to be one big merged company. We believe that that is not the case, right, ladies and gentlemen. There are always other alternatives. For example, we can see when Facebook and WhatsApp got boycotted, people start reinstalling Line. This is a proof that there are still many other companies willing to compete, right? And these companies that are willing to compete, we believe that they are also, of course, in the end of the day, willing to innovate. This kind of company who are willing to compete and innovate will always exist in the end of the day, right, ladies and gentlemen. That is why the kind of word that is brought up by the government team is only in the very best case scenario. Because we believe that even the worst best case scenario, we believe that we already have many ways of countermeasuring that. So if you take a little comparison, if what the opposition team have brought to you, that we believe that these kind of things are actually justified and it can bring better benefit in terms of service and quality. And at the end of the day, sure, some privacy may be lost, but we believe that it will only be getting better in the end of the day, in the future, ladies and gentlemen. And for all that reasons, I am very proud to oppose